Today is Smoke and Mirrors Day, and we're here at Medieval Manor where they're going to do a magic show, and then we're going to go backstage with the magician after the show and learn a couple tricks. Check it out. Cool, so I'm here with our friend Malik, who's been kind enough to take a couple minutes to talk magic with us.
Absolutely.
How'd you get into magic? Like, what inspired you to follow that path?
Well, I have kind of a relatively standard story. I got a magic set when I was a kid. You know, I wish I still had it. It was a Fisher-Price magic set. It's one of those ones that's worth $1 bajillion now on eBay.
Magic is not your, it's not your usual path. You've mentioned that. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but that your siblings were,
My sister really is a doctor. The other one really is a teacher. So that's free comedy for me. But I've come to the realization if I screw up my job, nobody's dead or stupid. Point for me. Okay. It is definitely not a job that is common. I think at last count there were only about 10,000 full-time professional magicians in the country. So,
So one of the guys, he was like, "Oh, well, calling yourself a magician is kind of a weird thing. Is that a thing? Would you call yourself a magician, an illusionist, an entertainer?"
I call myself a magician because I'm stubborn. There are some people who don't want to use that word because there is a lot of assumption and misconception around what that word means. So there are some people who sort of will find an alternative, phraseology, if you will. Sometimes I tell people I'm a sleight of hand artist. I tell them I'm a comedy magician most of the time. David Blaine and Chris Angel did more for the popularity of magic in the last few years than anybody. There's been kind of waves. David Copperfield was on the scene doing specials for about 15 years, and magic was very popular then. So they really have done a lot to spark the interest of magic in a younger generation. The thing I try to tell people is, first and foremost, it's a hobby. It's something that you do because you enjoy it. It's too difficult to do for but there's plenty of really great magicians that have never done, any kind of a public show. Ed Marlowe, the father of card magic, never did a show for anyone that wasn't a magician. Magic has really helped me, I think, with my interactions with people. I'm not afraid now to get up in front of a group of people and speak even off the cuff if I need to, because I figure it can't be any worse than getting on stage. Yeah. A lot of kids are attracted to it because it's a way for them to gain confidence.
Yeah, makes you the cool kid on the block.
Right. It's at least a little bit of social proofing that you can get with a minimal amount of effort, at least at first.
Totally. Yeah. So, did you know that Smoke and Mirrors Day is coming up on Friday?
I had heard about it. Yep. It's there's a couple of days for us around. Halloween's a big one. Halloween is National Magic Day.
Oh, really?
Well, it's the anniversary of Harry Houdini's death. So.
Oh, yeah. So, black magic. What's the difference? Is that just a semantics thing?
No, not. Well, it depends who you ask, really. Black magic, there's some psychic stuff that kind of touches on that. A lot of it's about intention. I've never seen black magic that was something I believed in, but my life isn't over yet, so who knows? But
that was my next question.
Right,
is it also an illusion?
Right. For us, first and foremost, it's about entertainment.
Yeah.
Even people I know who are gifted psychic entertainers will tell you right off the bat they're only entertainers. It's a piece of theater. There are very few similarities. It's really they're trying to do it for real. Whereas we're just trying to have a few yucks and have some fun. So.
Have you done tricks with smoke or mirrors?
Yes, actually. More mirrors than smoke. I don't work a lot of places where they take kindly to smoke and flame.
Yeah. How did you feel when the magic show Secrets Revealed came out? Were you infuriated? Were you?
No. They would really like you to think that the magic community was all up in arms. Whatever. The truth about that show, most of those methods were either so old that they're no longer in use, or they were created for the show. The damage was pretty minimal, and you saw Eric do the linking ring trick earlier in the show. That was one of the tricks they revealed one method of doing.
All right, Gabriel, I'm going to show you how to do this. You just do what I do, everything will be all right. What you want to do is you want to look for the soft spot. If you can't find it on one ring, check the other ring. Once you find the soft spot, grab the ring off the soft spot, turn, twist, pull them separate. Once again, find the soft spot, bang them together, hold them just like this. Oh, you did it! Perfect!
You know, you just saw Eric do the trick, and it's beautiful and deceptive, and it's still a fine piece of magic. So.
That's the cool thing. Yeah. I know that I'm being deceived, but I still enjoy it.
Right. Of course, you know, good magic isn't really about methodology. It's about you know, some magic is very difficult to do. Some magic is very easy to do, but it's the performance and the delivery that makes it what it is. So. We'll do one for everybody that's watching here. Usually, you would use a coin for this, but any small object. The idea is that you're going to try and make the die disappear on the count of three. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know it does work backwards sometimes. I'm sorry. And of course, the pen is on right here. Okay. Now, sort of a caveat to the viewers. This looks simple. You still need to practice it, especially if you're going to do it with a pen, because you might miss and hit your eye. So all we're going to do is on the count of three, we're going to go 1, and I'm taking kind of a couple of practice shots here, because I'm basically just going to come up here and leave it. Okay. But because I'm focusing my attention down here, you know, I even tell you the idea is to make the die disappear, which it isn't. But it is. 1, 2, and on 3 you come up and leave it, and you come back down and you say 3. Because the audience is over here, you know, and they're focused here, then now you have a trick. You know, it's a great little trick when you got nothing else, you know, nothing else on you.
I fell for it the first time.
Yeah.